S, Ramon, SEO. To the double TV funnel these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The bonus team is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.
And a pleasant good morning to you from Tony'sPicks.com. This is Ramon Scott. Welcome to the Morning Steam Show for Saturday, June 29th. And hey, how do I look? Man, look at this high definition. I didn't like yesterday. You guys scolded me in here on a lack of quality. I don't know how it looks, but looks like it looks pretty good on my end. It might look a little too good. Maybe I got to get this Charlie Brown haircut going. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Here, you guys, on Saturday. We're going to get through this, you guys. We're going to get through the summer with our Major League Baseball coverage. And at least they brought us some international football here, some soccer today at the Euros and at Copa America. We're into the elimination stage at Euro 24. So we've got action today with a couple of big ones. And of course, in Copa, they'll play them at the same time. We've reached that stage, the last stage here before the knockouts and key games here today. How you folks doing on our sports betting Saturday? We also got some WNBA to look at. And if you guys want to remind me, I may pass along the CFL play. Not going to say I had the winner yesterday and didn't give it to you. I did give it out on some other places, but we'll get maybe my CFL play here. I just blew it. Didn't give it to you guys yesterday. So, hey, thanks you guys for joining me here today on the Morning Steam. And you might have heard it just as we were going on the air. I want to pass it along to you because, hey, it's my Padres getting steamed here today. I'm wondering about the Red Sox lineup here, possibly the way this line is moving, because it seems to be moving lower and towards the Padres. So I'm wondering if there might be some movement here with the Red Sox lineup today, but want to get to that early steam that just came in. It was on the Padres, actually, and I'm not necessarily giving it out here as my play, but just found it interesting. Our first play of the day here with the steam rolling in the Padres. Man, I just can't get over this high definition. Hopefully it looks pretty good on your end. I'm not looking at it here, but all right. Let's see here. Just checking in here, see if there's any other breaking news or information or updates. What were the highlights for you yesterday? Let me know how you guys did. I don't know. I was certainly impressed by Christopher Sanchez, another strong performance there by the Phillies. I tried to think that maybe without those star players in there that was going to affect them. And maybe it did. It was 2-0, but Sanchez, a complete game, 101 pitches. I feel like that's really dialing it back. You never get that anymore. Mets over the Astros. They've gone over 500. How about the Angels? How about my Angels? 5 straight wins, and the A's went off last night with a 6-pack of runs in the final 2 innings to beat Arizona. A couple of NBA trades. Tim Hardaway Jr. And was sent to Detroit. I think there was some money involved. There was I think 3 picks went to Detroit, and Quentin Grimes goes back to Dallas. So I know there were some other details there, but the other big one was DeJounte Murray goes to New Orleans for 2 players. and 2 first-round draft choices and moves here on Friday in the NBA. Also, NHL draft, I think it went according as planned. I wasn't that into the NHL draft. Not enough trades, but kept an eye on that yesterday. Major League Baseball games as well. How do we do with Team Steam? We had some winners. We had some ups and downs yesterday with Team Steam, but I thought it went pretty good for the most part. How about the Milwaukee Brewers for Team Steam yesterday? There's no doubt you guys had the Phillies, and I said I would roll with you guys in that game. So you guys took me off kind of staying with the Marlins. Maybe if the Marlins had a more I thought young Tyler and the staff did pretty well, but I think we had other Team Steam consensus yesterday, so pretty a decent day for the club. And I had some premium pick winners and WNBA. Man, I'm sorry if we got just a little short change there on some of our totals. Officially on the site, I went 0-2. My premium picks record yesterday kind of felt like a bad soccer team. I think it was 3-2-2 or something to that effect. I did have premium pick winners yesterday. Reds and Cardinals under premium pick winner. Also premium pick winner with the Rockies and the White Sox game to go under yesterday. Premium pick winner, but ironically, those games landed right on, and they kind of snuck in there at the end. One thing about the WNBA, and hey, look, I know this league. Certainly, but one thing about the WNBA is you don't get that. Yes, they'll run out the clock when you get down underneath the final shot clock, but they won't do it like 3 possessions like they will in the NBA, or even walk it up the court. Right, the ladies like to get their chance to play, and even in the final 2 minutes in a 16-point game, they're still going like it's a college game, and I think that's great. Why not? The fans come there to see it. Why not play out those final possessions? They don't really know the spread, you guys. In fact, when we think about all those kind of, rough beats and everything, think of all the different half pointers out there and line moves and everything. Someone's getting the proverbial shaft while someone is going to be going to the window. So thanks for joining me. Let me look at some of the comments. And we just have baseball, basketball, and Saturday. So I want to talk to you guys. Thanks a lot for coming in. And maybe we'll beat yesterday's record, you guys. I feel like we had a viewership record and we had the worst quality stream. Not for the information. It was pretty decent, and you guys were great. But the video quality was crummy. You guys were right, but I feel really good today about this, and it's probably showing every one of my 55 years. Let's go to see who's here at Tony'sPicks.com for today, and I want to say hello to everybody with Robert Martin, and here he's got 20 on the phone. I don't even know what that is, Bob. I love you, man, brother. He's got, oh man, everybody's rolling with Robert. He's running his own paperhead out here. Here's Jeff here today. Good morning, Thomas. Thomas, thank you again for everything, man. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, the 41,500 subscriber juggernaut Tony's Picks YouTube channel. And how about Mike here? I think he's saying Marcus Stroman, but we know him as Abe Froman, everybody. And let's see, Ziggy stopping in today. Thank you for your picks as always on the X. Twisted did not like the MLB yesterday. Too many hot dogs. Stop Geo here. Lauren is here. Twisted, thank you. And Jeff says, don't do the Charlie Brown. Jeff, I just like to accentuate what I have. Solo here, checking in. Solo had those. He might have had those totals in the WNBA like I did, or maybe he had some baseball in there, but that's what my record looked like. Solo. I felt like I was in the World Cup or something. All right. And Jeff, yeah, sorry about that, brother. We'll hopefully get him today. Two interesting games today. I thought the WNBA action was pretty fun last night, despite the rough totals there. But no doubt, yesterday we did give out Atlanta here on the show. I want to shout out if any of my friends out there see this. I spent some time in a chat room last night. I didn't go on the air with any of those other networks, but um, a nice. And if you want to go back and look at this sometime today, a nice. A tribute show was on to a guy who'd been doing WNBA capping by probably longer than I have on YouTube. It is my third year with Tony, and of course, I did was starting my own, trying to get my own channel going. So I've been covering this league on video for my fourth season here. Of course, I've loved this league for years and been betting it for a long time. But Parlay Teese was a man who did WNBA videos, and if you maybe like WNBA like I do, I said in the chat, they said, hey, come on, but I didn't really know him that well and only appeared with him on camera a couple of times, but probably watched more of his videos and almost probably, a lot of people, because I like WNBA content. There's not a lot out there. Shout out to my homies, the Earl brothers, and a couple other folks, doing some WNBA. But Parlay TC was very passionate actually about the league, and it was heartfelt. And when he did his previews of it, he really talked about the league as something he thought was a big deal. And I always loved his unabashed support of Brittany Griner. Actually, I was proud of him for that. And he did a great job. Passed away in April. We didn't learn until a couple of weeks ago, actually, that he had passed away. And everybody got on, and it was really a special night for all the people in this type of space that I run with a little bit. So my WNBA will be dedicated to Parlay Teese today. Atlanta with the upset. What they were talking about yesterday on the show was they made a play. They said, hey, let's take a first half. I think they were saying the dream in the first half or something, or maybe it was the first half over and it won. And so they were real stoked about that. Also, LA and Phoenix. I thought LA gave a pretty good count of themselves early on. Again, I do think that LA is okay long term, especially when they get their healthy star back. But still, in that one, Phoenix was able to earn the victory there eventually. Mercury playing very, very well. Brittany Griner really looking strong as well. So, all right, more comments from you guys here. Let's see what else. Here, the undergrad stopping by. Jeff doesn't like that they keep playing. Just run out the clock. And Jeff, hey, if anybody wants the clock run out half the time, that's the way it all. Okay, let me take care. Wow, I can't believe someone coming in from my friends in there. Basically, thanks for doing that. Looks like we have the crew back at the headquarters taking care of the chat there for me. Appreciate that. And let's see here. Oh, thanks, Rick. Yeah, no problem, Rick. That's what that was the whole plan. Get on here early. Kay, hello. And Jeff, yeah, I didn't know the man too well, but everyone really liked this guy, and I liked. Again, I watched him a lot. Okay, looks like I'm all caught up here with Tony'sPicks.com, and want to go over to the website and see who did well yesterday, and try to get some winners out of this today. I do like this baseball card. WNBA feeling pretty strong. I got one premium for sure. That's what I kind of said on the air last night with Tony when I gave him a couple of winners. That I felt like one premium for sure. We'll see on that first game if I can get there. But let's see who did well yesterday with our network. And oh boy, look at this. I want to, man, on a roll right now is Jerry Lewis. Jerry goes 5-0 yesterday. We got. I don't think you're going to find any other site with 3 female cappers. I don't. Shouldn't be. Maybe something that is gender. Talked about, but I'll say it. We've got them here at Tony'sPicks.com, and Jerry Lewis goes 5-0 yesterday here on the site. the network, and Ben Ruhala, 67%. Ron Crawford, 60%. Brandon Check up there, 75% yesterday. Nick Lagaretto, so 1-0-1. Hey, Nick loves his soccer, and so do I. There's my record. There it is, 3-2-2. Um, hey, you're going to get some draws if you're me, and we might have some today too. As a matter of fact, we'll do a little transition advertisement there. I'll have a Major League Soccer package up today, so hopefully we can work those draws out of there. Danny Dimes won his only play. OG Cappers VIP won their only play. Ron Hahn, there he is, 4-3. Perlo Wisdom, Stephen Duncan, 4-3. Tony T, Underdog checking in there, 2-2, and Tiffany Mance, 2-1. Part of the two old ladies that bet. Two old ladies that bet. And hey, let me Steam Play right now. Let me get this to you, and then I'll tell you that I'm on top of the leaderboard right there, along with Jerry. They're on the screen, but right now coming in is a move on the Cleveland. I don't know about this. Maybe I'll look into it here. I understand the move certainly, and I think you guys can too. But I think it might be going a little bit too far here. We'll see what you guys think. It's Cleveland and Kansas City with Tanner Bybee, Cole Raggins today. This total moving lower here again. We've already seen this one. Seems like already a lot of pressure, but I'm showing some books here in Vegas already going to 7.5 over 20. Seems like a pretty solid move with those two starting pitchers, but man, that's really going low for some pretty good offenses too. We know the Royals have been struggling here, but they do have their solid left-hander in there today. But I don't know. The one interesting thing about the Guardians this year, right, is last year against left-handed pitching, they weren't that great. Seemed like they were probably about, I don't know, were they even 45% winning percentage last year? But this season, against lefty starters so far, the Cleveland Guardians are nearly 75% so far this season in 23 games against lefties, going 17-6. So, anyways, this one moving lower here on the total with the Guardians and the Royals for sure. Just now, I'm not. A lot of times I say, hey, I'm endorsing it. Let's get on it. I'll wait till we get to that game to see what you guys have to say. But all right, there I am on top. Maybe that was just an excuse to talk there for a while so I could relish in the moment. But I think we're hitting a good stride in Major League Baseball. Maybe I'm a little more focused with a few other sports out of the way. I'm watching tennis this morning, though, certainly, with a couple of good matches here right now, including watching Leila Fernandez, but she's having a rough time, and she's probably going to lose this match here to Daria Kasatkina. Did take Kasatkina there, and we just saw another one just end here. These are final matches of the week here as we get ready for Wimbledon tomorrow. Monday anyway. And what was the other one? It was just, I think, Schneider and Vekic actually are in the third set over here. Maybe you want to get on something live here because I do have a play, and maybe it's a pretty decent price here at this point. I did go. Oh, I went with the over, so I've already cashed. All right. Well, so much for that. I was going to say maybe I could give out my side, but I didn't take the side. All right. Let's see here. A few more notes with Jeff. Jeff's about to go crazy on this card. Hey, Gerardo, hello. Justin, hello. Gerardo's ready to go here. 5 wins in a row in soccer. He's just teasing us at this point. One laster. They used to have a birthday pick with my friends over there on that other show, and now Juan's turned it into a quad birthday pick. We'll do it. We've got plays. I'll just give you Jeff's plays here, possibly. Oh, man, Gerardo was posting his UFC on X. What's going on here, Gerardo? I'm stoked about that, actually. And I'd probably just bring it up here right now and look at it. Maybe I might do that. Jeff here's his soccer today. with it. And maybe we can go over it before the show. I don't know. I'll just show these here. He's got Denmark. He's got Italy, Switzerland, double chance and under. Sounds like a little. I think that might be different plays and not a parlay, but the second one is double chance and under, which you can get on some of the books, like Bovada's wide menu or something, or DraftKings. All right, and Twisted talking Braves and Pirates. All right, there it is. I'm still up there. I haven't left yet. Man, Layla lost. Okay. Up there at 10 units, 10 and a third units of profit. Jerry Lewis, I told you she's been on a roll here. 10 units of profit. Ron Crawford, 8.5 units of profit. Nick Lagaretto's 5.25 units. And Danny Dimes up 4 units for the last 7 days. Over the last 30 days, it's Nick Lagaretto's up 15.75 units or more. And Brandon Check here, 15.25 units. Hollywood Sam, 8.75 units. Ruben Marlboro, nearly 8 units. And hey, Ramon Scott has found his way to the monthly leaderboard. That's because, hey, my stock is rising. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages. Hopefully keep this little roll going here right now. And hey, let's have a big day with this card because it's mostly about Major League Baseball here and running pretty well. But I've also got an MMA package going today. Take a look here, right there. UFC 5-pack for today. In Las Vegas here. I'm waiting for someone to pick me up and take me on over to the T-Mobile Arena for this one, but 5 plays tonight, including the main event here. Hosted my UFC podcast this week, and maybe I'll pass along one of the plays that the guys gave me on the show there this week. I'm just a host, really listening to my top analysts, and my main analyst brings on some of the top guys in the industry. So I got to tell you, I'm really in tune with what these guys are saying, and kind of run it up against my own analysis as well. I've certainly been around the UFC for quite a while, and hey, if I can make 5 fists appear right now on the screen next to the UFC 303, I think that means we're going to win. So let's see if we can't get that up there. I want to see if I can do it. There we go. Yeah, boom. There it is. So pick up that pass today. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. I've reduced it to $25 for these 5 plays today. I may look like a desperate tout, but really this was supposed to be the Conor McGregor card. He was going to make his return to the UFC in this event, but he ended up with a broken toe, so to speak, and going to miss this. So they've moved up the light heavyweight rematch between Yuri Prochazka and the champion Alex Pereira. And so they were going to fight probably in Australia. They were saying at first they were going to have it in October. Then they said, well, move it up to September. We'll have it in Australia. And with McGregor having to back out a couple of weeks ago, I guess about a month ago, almost a month, 3.5 weeks ago now, they asked these 2 light heavyweights if they could get it on a little earlier, and they will indeed do so here tonight as the main event. But a pretty good card here, UFC 303. Why not? I'll give my free play right now, maybe from the guys that I was with on the show, but why not take a chance on the veteran Andre Arlovsky at plus $2 today? Arlovsky's been around so long that his first fight was in UFC 28. So look where we're at right now. Now they don't run them every year. I mean, they have one of these about every month, but seems like. But imagine this: Arlovsky, who made his it wasn't his debut, but I mean, he fought in UFC 28, and he's here at UFC 303, the 45-year-old. Could Arlovsky, no indication that Arlovsky would hang it up after tonight. I mean, he's a guy that the UFC goes to fill. In fact, his fight was actually, I believe, scheduled for 2 weeks ago, and they actually moved it up to uh, kind of fill out this card on a couple of cancellations. So you can always trust Arlovsky to give you a good bout. You get him in there, and he'll be able to do it here today. So I'm gonna take a shot here with the guys and go with Arlovsky against Martin Budai. Budai was actually as big as a $4 favorite at Bet Online when it opened. It's now down at 275 at a lot of spots. So you can get $2 or more here on Arlovsky, the 45-year-old. Could he win and hang it up today in a surprise move at UFC 303? Okay, wine times here as well. And Jeff likes both teams to score in Copa game today between Peru and Chile. Yeah, and that's just it, twisted, right? I mean, that's one thing I said. My job is to set these guys up when I host my podcast, and I basically said, I mean, maybe this works out for the best. I think a rematch between these guys would be a good fight tonight between Prochazka and Pereira. And what would we really get with Conor McGregor? We might get a lot of hype and excitement, and we might get I wouldn't say I wasn't wish an injury on anybody. That was just totally bizarre when he, busted his leg. But there's also could be something to his physical conditioning and training. Maybe Connor's not drinking a lot of milk, if you know what I'm saying. All right, let's get over to the show and get rolling right now with our Major League Baseball coverage here for today and our card. And we'll take a look at some other sports as well, but we got to get rolling here with our big game of the weekend, of course. Everyone's been talking about it. It was a great game yesterday. And, okay. Just checking out, see if I can bring us a little bit of late information here, maybe a little bit of steam, but not quite ready to go on that. All right, let me get it rolling here just with our baseball then. With Colorado Rockies and the White Sox here. Saw some people passing yesterday on this game or some other shows that, made light of this game, but why not accentuate these guys a little bit? Two bad teams getting a chance to play each other, and the White Sox did the job yesterday. What was the score? 7-5, I think, or something like that. So get another look at Cannon here today, going up against Quantrill. Quantrill's been doing pretty well here of late, too. So I don't know. Feels like a pretty interesting game. I had the winner yesterday, right, on the White Sox, and I also had the premium pick winner on the under. So I'm not going to go away from talking about these two teams if they did so well for me yesterday. With Cannon here. Let's cover these guys. All right. For Quantrill, as I said, pretty strong of late. Last four starts, a 2.5 earned run average. Colorado, for all their struggles, they're playing just 333 baseball this season. But with Quantrill on the mound, the Rockies are playing 700 baseball, 7-3 with Cal Quantrill on the mound. Rockies have dropped 19 of their last 25 games. They've gone under in 4 straight. For Cannon, part of that young Chicago pitching crew, we've already spent some time kind of propping this guy up a little bit. It has not worked out so far, but, with the White Sox and the learning curve here a little bit, 6.59 ERA in his last 6 starts. Does have a couple of he has a win, and the White Sox won 2 of those games. White Sox have gone under in 14 of their last 17 games coming into this one. We'll get your picks here on this game. If you can pass on this one, I can't. And maybe I might even go premium again, here. Hey, Twisted, thank you for your MMA picks as well today. Thank you. Cool. Thomas will start us off. He likes the Rockies here today. In fact, you guys, I know it wasn't a consensus play for you guys yesterday, but You guys were going Rockies yesterday. Justin is as well, and here they come. 3 in a row right there, Rockies. Hey, Darren, good morning. And he wants the under in the first 5 with this one with Quantrill and Cannon. Rockies have gone under the full game in 4 straight. Let me get my first 5 stats out. Maybe that's what I want to do is kind of go over when you guys do suggestions and kind of give out the some stats if I can get them kind of on the fly, right? So if I see Darren saying, "Hey, I like first 5 under with the Rockies and the White Sox," I can kind of look at those teams and see if I can pump it up. Pump it up, don't pump it up, so pump it up. That's the best, worst song ever. Peasy. I saw Peasy. I started thinking of some songs. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. All right, there's Howard. I don't know why I love that song. And it's like 12 years old, isn't it? All right. Here's more Rockies. You guys love the Rockies, so I guess I'm not going to go against you guys, man. You guys love the Rockies today, and I get it. Cannon's numbers are Cannon. I would think it maybe pitcher related because the Rockies aren't certainly any better than this team at this point. But Quantrill has pitched far better than Cannon. I'm gonna, I like maybe Cannon at home. Look, I think that was kind of the secret there yesterday. It kind of felt like with the White Sox getting Thorpe back home. He had 3 starts on the road and got shelled. He wasn't overall overwhelming yesterday. I mean, it was about the offense yesterday, wasn't it? What was that score? Oh, it still stayed under. That's right. It was 5-3. That was the final, not 7-5. It kind of was. The runs came. Kind of in. Picket fence fashion a little bit, but then it stopped late. Hello, Art. Tom says, always Twisted wants the under in this one. And she's on the Rockies too. Boy, this feels like we're starting off here. Hey, Mike likes the Hamilton Tiger Cats in football this weekend. Oh, he had them, yeah, right? Let's see, wasn't that Sunday's game though? Colorado going to be a consensus here. Hey, Andrew and I, maybe we'll run it, but I'm not going to go against the chat. I'll go with the total in this one. You guys are obviously on Colorado. Hey, Antoine Radcliffe, nice to see you. Fernando on the under here as well. So Twisted, Fernando, Ramon, we're going under. Look, the steam came in on the over. The widely reported steam, in my opinion, did come in here on the over. So if anything, it does feel like, let me make sure I give the right play here because I was ready to. I don't want to tell you. I'm going to go under with Fernando. And Thomas says it like we're going to take it. He said, that's what I'm talking about. First consensus play. Yep. Andrew on the Sox here. A little bit of Sox, but I don't think, even if I voiced in, it might not be enough to sway the public opinion here on on the morning steam with our chat All-Stars Public Enemy. Hello. Glad to see my Twitter connection is working. Thank you. Appreciate that, actually, Public Enemy. Even if you don't have a chance, if I just get that greeting from you with that X, that helps me know that we're reaching a few spots. All right, I'll take the under, but this is a team steam consensus on Colorado. And I will say this also. Handicappers, they do seem to be pretty overwhelming. I couldn't really find a professional handicapper selling the White Sox today. I was only seeing Colorado. So, Twisted and I, we're kind of rolling, I think, together a little bit. But let's go with the team steam consensus here. The Rockies are the pick of the consensus. I'll take the under. All right. Reds and Cardinals here with Spires pitching for the Reds and Sonny Gray. Sonny. Yesterday was okay. For the Reds here, they're going to be an underdog with Gray about $1.75
Final.
in this one. That was the final came in of that women's match with Kasatkina winning today. Kasatkina winning at Eastbourne, the lead up tournament to Wimbledon in the UK. Here's a little more steam right now, and this steam is hot, hot, hot. Oh man, is this steam hot? I probably would get on this right now if you can. I don't know what you guys think of this game after seeing last night's game. I think it is a move that I do want to support. I didn't mean to get that excited, but I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be on this, and I might just have to talk about it right now. Between the Dodgers and the Giants today, with Glass now, and the Giants going to the bullpen game, the 7.5s are going to be gone here any second. I don't know if there's some type of lineup situation. I know Glass now. We're definitely everybody's pretty hot on him right now. Maybe in this matchup, look, the Dodgers at $2. In the Dodgers Giants game, I don't know if I ever want to get involved with that, even though I tend to bet the Dodgers every day. Maybe not today, but I just want to say that this total moving lower, the 7.5s. If you want this under, you got to get this now. The prices are disappearing. The 7s are coming in. I recommend the under here. Please, let's get 7.5 if we can. That'll be my play here on the show in that game. This one feels pretty hot here today. I want the Dodgers and Giants. Saturday night here, I feel so we're 2-1, 3-2 again, man. Maybe, but I don't trust the Dodgers as a $2 favorite against the Giants hardly ever. Even if Fernando was pitching. So, anyways, just want to mention that steam just coming in right now. Let me continue on though with this game. That's why we're here on the morning steam. Hopefully, it doesn't get too crazy when I bounce around like that. It kind of is like my brain. I think you guys can figure out right now. I'm all over the place half the time, but that's part of being the type of professional better than I am. Always got to be ready for the next move. Here we go. Tyler for the Reds and Spires here. He comes in. Let me see. With a 5.25 ERA in 2 starts this season. They were both against the Bucks, by the way. Reds have lost 9 of their last 13 games coming into this one. Hasn't stopped handicappers today. I'm showing handicappers running probably about 3-1 on the Reds here as an underdog. And I don't know, against Sonny Gray, he's 2-0 with a 1.66 earned run average in his last 3 starts. The Cardinals are 10-4 with Sonny Gray on the mound this season. Did have 1 start against the Reds here. Of course, Gray was back with the Reds several years ago. I want to say now, maybe it was even before the pandemic for a few seasons. 2 earned runs in 7 1/3 innings pitched in that start. The Reds have gone under in 15 of their last 21 games. The Cardinals have gone over in 7 of their last 11. Get your plays here in this one with the Reds and the Cardinals today, 2:15 Eastern, 11:15 Pacific. And we'll start it off with Thomas Lewis here with the Cardinals on the run line with Sonny Gray. Here's Cardinals over for Justin here and under for Howard. Justin also giving us some prop action. Ziggy's got the Reds on the run line. Ziggy. Interesting. Might be maybe I'm siding with Ziggy here. Let me pop over to that.
Steam play.
Yeah, a little more Major League Baseball steam in the background here right now, just to tell you about it. The Astros and the Mets. This total is moving higher here right now. It was 8. Maybe it was juiced to the over a little bit, but we're going to see this moving here. Right now, Houston and the Mets, the 8 over 20, 25s are quickly turning into 8.5. Um, Oh, it was already 8.5. So I mean, we're getting juiced up. It looks like I've got circa at 8.5 over 20 right now on that game, and some of the books are lagging behind substantially. Bovada's still at 8.5 under 15, but this one is moving higher here for sure right now in the game between the uh, Houston Astros and the New York Mets. Just want to mention that right now. We'll get to that. And we just saw Schneider win her match to win the championship at Bad Homburg with the win over Donna Vekic. So Schneider wins. A nice win here for her to win that tournament. Okay, Reds and Cardinals. Let me keep your plays coming in here with Darren. He likes first 5 under and Reds money line in this one. Andrew Damp, thank you for your contributions today. You goes Cardinals and under. Nice to see Jason S. here today as well. And yeah, wow, is that right, you guys? Let me see here. Oh, you guys are talking about that Dodger game in there that I got in there. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of 7s there. Wow. Okay, Erica here today. Nice to have Erica joining us. Great to have Erica. Don't always get to see her, and here she is giving us Phillies run line. And here's Twisted on the Cardinals. Fernando going under. Howard says parlay for him. Put the Cardinals in there, $1.75 or whatever. Jeff says Reds money line. So we're kind of all over the place here. Jacoby Flewelling is on the over. Blake's on the Reds money line. Want to say hello to my great friend Dom Arnold here today. Thank you, Dom, for stopping by, saying hi on a Saturday. We're in the middle of summer, Dom. What can we do? We're just on baseball. But we'll be here soon enough with your Steelers. All right, few more here. Hey, if it ain't foreign, it's boring joining us today. Good to have it. If it ain't foreign, it's boring. All right. All right, gang. You guys were all over the place. And, man, Sonny Gray's great. But I think I might want to be on the Reds here. Let me take a look. And you guys, I'm not saying it was no help because this one, feels like it was all over the place. Let me, you know what? Let me grab the Reds on the run line. I think I like that Reds run line play that a couple folks were on. I'm probably going to be on the total here, I think, if I can get it to stay where I need it to stay, if you know what I mean. Pick up my premium pick package though today. Remember, when you buy my package, Dom, when you buy my package, you're not paying a tout for his pay. Well, you are, but you're supporting me here on the channel, and you get some great picks and analysis today. So grab my pick. Dom, you don't have to. You can call me. And that's for all your great friendship for 25 years. All right, let's move on here to the next. We got to get this show on the road here with the Yankees and the Blue Jays with Nestor Cortez going up against Chris Bassett. The Yankees on the road yesterday. Hey, I had a pretty bad loser yesterday with the Blue Jays. Not supposed to talk about those losers, but looking back on it, I concerned about some of the Yankee, their lineup stability here at this point, but it doesn't look like they're missing a beat. Now, I will tell you this, handicappers today, maybe I was a day early because it does seem like professional handicappers are kind of giving the nod here to Toronto today. I'm showing it running about 64% of the professional handicappers that I surveyed are going to be on the Toronto Blue Jays today. So I don't know. Could I get on them again? Could I try them again? Maybe if I would, it would only be as a free play. It feels like this total there, 8.5. That's juiced to the under here a little bit now. I think it's safe to say that under is favored. I'll call it minus $1.15, but I have seen minus $1.20 here as well. So let's maybe send some stats out for you guys so it could help you make a pick. But if you have your pick, go ahead and bring it in now. And we'll see for the Yankees and Nestor Cortez. He's been sharp of late, 2.25 ERA in his last 3 starts. New York is just 7-10 with Nestor on the mound. He's gone under in each of those 3 starts. Does have 5 career starts against the Blue Jays, a 3.55 ERA and a 2-2 record. The Yankees have dropped 10 of their last 14 games right now. Also, they've gone over in 10 of their last 12. For Bassett, he's been sharp again, and when he's sharp, he is sharp. 1.67 ERA in his last 7 starts, 3-0 record for Bassett. Just seems like when that uh, that big break is happening for him, it's happening. And for Bassett right now in a pretty good groove here. Toronto, they've also dropped 10 of their last 14 games. However, they have gone over in 9 of their last 11 overall. So let's see what you guys have here. It's going to be Howard with the Yanks with a money line and the under. Here's Thomas coming with Toronto. Ziggy's on the over. Jeff gives Toronto the 2-1 lead here. And Fernando, maybe Blue Jays first 5. Here's an over for Justin. That gives us 2 overs. Here's our Tom's on the Blue Jays. So 3 Blue Jays there. And Fernando says, Ramon, that Toronto first 5 has been hot. And just want to look and see what we got with that here of late with these guys. Yeah, they've turned it around. They've turned it around real good because early on they were really struggling, and man, they've really been doing well. Yeah, Nathan's on it too. Darren goes under first 5. Jacoby's going over. So's Twisted going over. He's on the Jays. Right now, it feels like Jays and over. Feels like even, though, a little bit. And if it ain't foreign, it's boring, though, on the Yankees. And here's Andrew Damp on the Yankees. So coming back here a little bit, Blake goes back to Toronto. And Public Enemy says, give me Blue Jays first 5 money line or first 5 over 3.5. I don't know if any. Maybe the over, but that was all, I believe, only 3 votes. So I don't know if Thomas is going to be persuaded here in this one. Here comes some Yankees now. This will even it out for sure with Law Dog. It's the Law coming in here with the Yankees, and K's going with, I'm pretty sure it's K's Yankees, right? She's going with the Yankees for sure, but I'm pretty sure K's hardcore Yankee, right? If I'm not mistaken. So anyway, wow, that's going to be close today. We're all over the place in this one. It feels like it's almost a split right now between in the voting between the 2 teams here at this point. And the total is unanimous on the over, but I just don't know. Other than the first 5s as well, yeah, it just doesn't feel like there's anything there, Thomas. And felt like 3 overs. So, and even, okay, so maybe I'll just break my own tie here a little bit. And I'm going to come back with, let me get these Steam plays out. I'm going to give you my play here in just a moment on the Yankee game. But I see these plays coming in. I want to keep passing these along to you in case you're interested in playing either the Steam or making sure you get the best price. Because one right now coming is Texas and Baltimore over. The Steam's coming in on the over in Texas and Baltimore, interestingly, with Lorenzen and Povich here. Handicappers like the over in that game by about from what I've seen, about 67%. And It's going up to 9 for sure. 9/20 now. I'm seeing this one. Man, could it get to 9.5 here? Texas and Baltimore tonight. Steam coming in on the over in that one. And also, the San Francisco Giants did take some steam. I talked about that outrageous price with the Dodgers, and maybe you're reading into my. Maybe you know, we'll see when we get to that game. But the Giants are taking steam here at plus $1.90 and are moving down rapidly here at this point in that game. They're $1.67 now at Bovada. So I don't think there's anything necessarily with that Dodger line. We just saw last night the Giants with you know some late night heroics here, so to speak. And when it's Giants Dodgers, and the Dodgers are certainly playing uh, mediocre at this point. I don't want to say it like that about the Dodgers. They're awesome, but they've definitely given some back here of late. Okay, so that's a couple steam moves at winning. All right, let me give you the play here. I guess I'm breaking the tie, and I'll go with the Blue Jays. I tried them yesterday, lost, so I'll try them again, and I'll go with them on a free play here. Yankees ended up with that big inning, man. Before you knew it, they were up and had double digits on the board. So maybe they're going to keep on rolling here. I'm going to try Bassett here at home with the Yankees today. I mean, the Blue Jays, sorry. And Fernando's going to take him when maybe you get a better price against Garrett Cole. And Law Dog said, just take the over. And if it ain't 4 and it's boring, maybe going to the $40 5-teamer here with our chat plays. Maybe. Okay, here we go. Next up. The Marlins take on the Phillies. The Phillies a huge favorite here, 260 with Aaron Nola on the mound against Munoz. Well, all right, I guess. But the Marlins, I don't know. They've been a little bit better here of late, it feels like. For the Marlins right now, they've won 6 of their last 10. I mean, I can't, fake it, but they have been a little bit better. Munoz has been getting hit pretty hard. 7.66 ERA in his last 5 starts and an 0-3 record. Marlins just 2-5 in those 7 starts for Munoz, but they've gone under in 5 of the 7 games, making his first appearance against the Phillies. For Nola, 2.84 ERA in his last 4 home starts, a 3-0 record in those starts. Phillies are 13-3 behind Nola this season. He's gone under in 5 of his last 6 home starts. Does have a 5-10 career record against Miami in 23 starts, an okay ERA of 3.58. Here, Marlins have gone under in 15 of their last 19 games on the road. Phillies have gone under in 7 of their last 10. They've won 7 of their last 11 games. They're, of course, dynamite at home. Phillies are 13-3 with Nola on the mound. Do you have some action here with the Phillies and the Marlins today? Andrew Damp says the Phillies are right now an auto play. I mean, look, even I tried yesterday. I wanted to go with the Marlins, but Team Steam, the consensus went with the Phillies. And I said, well, I'll just roll with you guys. That was my conclusion here on the show. I wanted to go with the Marlins. And the fact that it was, 2-0, it was 1-0 for quite a long time. Not saying I was on the right side. I just, the Marlins were certainly competitive in that game, and I expected them to be. Howard going with Philly run line and the under. Ziggy will still lay it. And remember, don't forget, we've got no Harper. We've got no Schwarber. Eventually, in a few spots, it's going to catch up to you unless you feel like that this price of minus 260, well, you could only imagine if Harper and Schwarber were in the lineup, wouldn't they? They'd be $3.25 or higher today. They might even be $4. These prices are not right. They're being treated as if those 2 sluggers are still in the lineup. Are the Phillies way better? I like to phrase it like my great handicapper across the street. Are the Phillies a better team with Harper and Schwarber in the lineup? Yes. Are they being priced like it? No. 260 is too high, but they're still rolling through at this point. Handicappers are just still piling on. They don't want any part of the Marlins here. I don't want this price. But if we're going to roll, I'm sure it's going to be a consensus play with the chat. Here's Ziggy laying it. Fernando will go under. Thomas says, keep on laying it. And Phillies for Jeff. I mean, and I'm not going against the chat or anything like that. They want to go consensus. I'll just, I might do it too. But I'm serious. And you might agree, you might disagree. I don't think the price is great at all. This is an awful, awful price for this lineup in this situation, no matter how strong this team has been, it feels like right now. I mean, they basically have opposite records. I get that. 53 and 28 for the Phillies, 28 and 53 for the Marlins. That's not even. I might actually have it right, but it was something like that yesterday. Okay. Philly Law Dog says Philly first five. That's the law. And Mike maybe going over. Foreigners Born says maybe just parlay, put in the parlay. And here Jaron says Phillies money line and under. Maybe rolling a little parlay there. And Law Dog has more action. It's a lock here. Phillies first five money line with Nola. And over his 5.5 strikeouts prop. The Phillies, they are the best first five team in the major leagues this season at 15% ROI on the money line. And on the run line, they're number two. Cleveland is number one in first five run lines. And Mike says it does not matter the price as long as it wins. And that is one area I'm surprised that elite mathematician like Mike would say that. And we obviously disagree, but I do love Mike being here every day. And Kay said the Phillies as well. So does feel like unanimous. I don't know. Maybe it's just, did we see there was no Marlins in there for sure. So we'll see. I'll give a chance to see if we got it, but you knew coming in that you guys were going to be hot on this one with the Phillies. Look, I can't disagree. I just feel like the price is awful, and I don't know. Maybe privately, I'll just grab the Marlins plus 2.5 runs or something, and they've covered that last night. So I want to thank everybody here for being in the chat today. So let's move on to the next one with the Pirates taking on the Braves here. I know everybody's excited for this one. This is Justin McKelvey special here with his Braves and the Bucks coming in here at Atlanta today. And we know about Skeens, but we know about Max Fried too. But certainly, when is it going to end, right? When will you jump off Paul Skeens? When will you is this the situation here, right, with the Braves, that a Braves team that, I don't know, they're not great of late. They're great at home, though. They've won 7 of their last 8 at home. Yeah, they've dropped 3 of their last 5. Pirates are doing okay, played about 500 ball for the last couple of weeks. Paul Skeens, he's 4-0 with a 1.7 ERA right now. Pirates 6-2 with Skeens. He's gone under in 3 straight. The Pirates have gone under in 14 of their last 19 games. For Max Fried, got a 4-1 record with a 2.45 earned run average in his last 6 starts. The Braves are 11-4 behind Max Fried this season, and Max Fried has gone under in 10 of his last 12 starts. The Braves have gone under in 8 of their last 11 starts. Fried, 4.76 ERA in his career against Pittsburgh, but a 3-1 record. Everyone's excited about this one. Of course, no doubt. I mean, Paul Skeens, I guess he's not Caitlin Clark, but I don't want to miss any of his starts. All right, here we go with Jot it down here. Okay. I see what you guys are doing. Here comes Justin with Braves run line here. Thomas says, "Give me the Pirates first 5 under." And let's see here, Atlanta money line for Howard. Here's Darren with a first 5 under. And Andrew going money line and under. Here's Justin going with the Braves. Team total over. Ziggy's going under. Okay. Fernando, first 5 under in full game. Law Dog says, "Give me the first 5 under." Yep. Ain't foreign is boring said, Skeens overvalued. Skeens overvalued. Yeah, maybe plus $1.25 here for the Pirates today. Is that a little bit tough to swallow the way they're, obviously Pirates, they're only 3 games under 500. Braves 10 games over 500. Maybe we were expecting the Braves to have a better record at this point after 80 games. Actually, Justin here, this is important because Justin, like I said, he's a Braves fan, but he's a very objective Braves fan. He feels like this price is going to be good enough for Skeens here today. Handicappers are heavy on the under too, I'd say. We got Tyrone Christopher. Hello, here's Twisted on the Bucks. And I want to say hello and welcome to Walter Kuberski. And Walter says he likes Skeens to roll. Remember back in the first game, Skeens pitched, and I said, I want to be on this guy all the time right now. Kind of want to be on him again here today. Here's Jeff on the under. And 2 Cups here today has got Ozuna for a home run. If it ain't foreign, it's boring, says, you know what? And I think I've got it here. I mean, look, Braves, stamp that. If it ain't foreign, it's boring. You know what? If it ain't foreign, it's boring. I'm going to give an anoint. If it ain't foreign, it's boring. His own play of the day. I mean, if it ain't foreign, it's boring. Got to have the passport stamp play of the day right there. Stamp it. All right. And Skeens shows up against good teams. I sure hope so, Law Dog, because I'm going to take the Pirates, I think, here. I don't think you guys can. Look, I know the under. I don't know if Thomas is going to do it. I feel like there were just so many first 5s, though. I don't know if under actually is going to make the cut with you guys. And I'm kind of concerned that this thing could go lower and maybe it is going to sneak over again. Wine Time doesn't like the baseball card. I do like it today, but I think I'm going to come in here with the Bucks, and I'm going to take them on the money line. Let me see, because I think if it's $1.50 or lower, that's going to be close. So I'll take run line. Oh, no, it's $1.75. Okay, I didn't even check, so can't do that. Give me the Pittsburgh Pirates. Give me the Bucks. Hello, AUD. Thank you for being here today. All right, Nerfy for Thomas in this one. He says no run, first inning. Skeens is 2 for 8, or 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10 this season, giving up runs in the first inning. Meanwhile, for Freed, 5 of 15. Not great. And Nunya joining us here today as well. Thank you, Nunya. All right, give me the Bucks. Cubs, Brewers. Good one here with Steele going up against Myers in this one for the Cubs. They're going to be, I believe, a little bit of a dog still. Yeah, the Brewers are a slight favorite. The total here, 8 over 20. The widely reported steam did come in on the under in this one. Handicappers like this game, but they really couldn't decide. I'm showing 60% of handicappers, about 3 of every 5 on the Cubs here in this one, but I don't know if I want to get behind that. For the Cubs, for Steele, he's been hot. I'm sure that's why, maybe the Steele with the experience, but Myers, some good numbers here. The Brewers are kind of, let me see here. I want to look at Myers specifically. Okay. Yeah, so Myers, 1.1 whip, 221 batting average allowed. Okay. Uh, you guys go ahead and start to put your comments. Let me give a few more notes here with this game for the Cubs. They've dropped 14 of their last 21 games right now. That's a major concern. Milwaukee 6-1 when Myers starts. The Brewers have won 5 straight here. They're 13-2 in their last 15 at home. They've gone over in 6 of their last 8. They've gone over in 7 of the 10 games that Myers has started. He did pitch 3 innings against Chicago back on May 4th, allowing 4 runs. Cubs have gone under in 15 of their last 20 games coming in. Go ahead, let's see what you have here in this one. I like both side and total, actually, so maybe we'll see what you guys have here. Maybe you see there what I was talking about. But here's Thomas to get us going. He's on the Brewers on the money line, and Fernando's going first 5 under. Justin says, give me the under. Ziggy's on the under. Jeff is on the under. Everybody's on the under. Cubs first 5 here for our Toms. Steele is 2-4-5. 2-4 sounds like my record yesterday. 2-4-5 with his first 5s. Myers is 4-4-2. Andrew says, give me Brewers and under. Here's Darren, Brewers and under first 5 and full game. I think that's under first 5 and under full game. And let's see what Jeff is saying. One of our Brewers correspondents here. Cubs cannot hit. Brewers money line. Cubs cannot hit, and he likes the under even better. Yeah, the widely reported steam came in on the under. I have to clean that up a little bit on the screen there for sure, because it's definitely 8. And maybe that's probably the best bet for me to do here is to take the under because, that's lost. Certainly, there's still some 8.5 under 27 here at Circa. Could get on the app, but I'll take it on the show here, and that's going to be my play. I've seen cappers also so far on the under here today, multiple cappers. And in my surveys, I'm not going to see as many totals. Cappers they're not like me where I have a majority of totals. Nobody's like me, you guys. All right. Let's move on. Oh, a few more comments. Let me see if I get a few more comments from you. Ziggy was on the Cubs. Nate, Cubs and under. Mike on the under. And I think we're gonna we're gonna Venmo Fernando some money here, I think, and get on that 8.5, 18. And then we're gonna go on Robinhood and sell all of our FanDuel stock because these guys are sleeping at the wheel. All right, here we go. Guardians and Royals. And by the way, the FanDuel stock is called Flutter, by the way, if you didn't know that. If you want to buy stock in FanDuel, you'll look for Flutter. Flutter. Who knew? All right. Guardians and Royals. We'd already talked about this one with a sharp move here to the total under, and I think I've got to update the graphic there. It's 7.5 over 20, maybe even over 15 everywhere with this hot pitching matchup between Bybee and Raggins. I mean, that's what it feels like. I'm sure that's the case. I don't think we're going to downgrade these offenses any. Maybe the Royals are struggling to a certain extent right now with this streak right now of I say streak, the bad streak, because it's the Royals, but they're kind of on the comeback trail all of a sudden. Maybe because they're back at home here a little bit. I went with the Guardians yesterday, and they couldn't get it done. And boy, that steam was right on the over, wasn't it? The Royals here have won 4 of their last 5 games. Actually, coming into this one, the uh, they've also gone under in 11 of their last 15. At home, they play 65% baseball. The Royals Dragons has a 2.32 ERA in his last 5 starts. The Royals are 7-3 at home with Dragons on the mound. He did have one start against Cleveland, gave up 4 runs in 5 innings. For Tanner Bybee, he's been hot here of late as well. 1.5 ERA in his last 2 games. Does have a couple of wins in those 2 games. Cleveland 13-3 with Tanner Bybee on the mound. 2 career starts against Kansas City, a 2.7 earned run average. Bybee's gone under in 8 of his last 11. Cleveland's gone under in 9 of their last 13 on the road. Dragons has gone under in 5 of his last 6 games. That's a lot of unders, but the total has been dropping rapidly. In fact, this one, maybe it was a little bit rogue early on, but there definitely was some, 8.5 juice to the under early on, even it was heavily juiced. But all right, let's get your plays going here in this one with the Guardians and the Royals. Definitely one of the featured games, I would think, today. Here's Howard to start us off, and he's going to go here. Oh boy, let me check something here. We might have a final here already from Mallorca, where Tabilo has defeated Offner. Tabilo, pretty big favorite there, but he wins it in straight sets, 3-4 to win the title at Mallorca. Just finished here. Also, just underway, first set. Taylor Fritz up 4-3 against Purcell. I laid 3.5 games with Taylor Fritz, but he is not able to break Purcell so far. So a pretty good run here, pretty good start here for Purcell. I thought Fritz, my man from La Jolla, would be able to clear Purcell 6-4, 6-4 at least, but right now he's going to need to do a better job in the second set because this one, right now, I mean, no reason why this wouldn't be headed for a tie break. These guys are on serve for sure. Okay, here's Law Dog says, give me Cleveland on the money line. And Ziggy likes the Guardians here. Here's Andrew says, give me Kansas City money line. Fernando's going first 5 under here, and so is Jeff. And if it ain't foreign, it's boring. Cleveland on the bounce back. I just was a day early, maybe. R. Tom says under. Darren says he feels like it's low-hanging fruit here to lay a 1.5 with Cleveland here. Still feels maybe like Kansas City, those struggles there that they had for, a 10-day stretch for sure. But they're definitely bringing it back here a little bit. All right. I don't know if there was maybe almost a first 5 consensus in there, it seemed like, but definitely some under, but probably not enough to get a big time consent. I don't know. Thomas might send it into consensus land. I don't know though. But let's see what you guys. All right, I better make my call here. I'm not happy with this total dropping so much. This is one where, man, even I might be willing to turn the tables here and end up sneaking it over where I'd buy it. No, I don't know, Tom. I don't know, Thomas. I don't know if we've missed it. Maybe it is back and forth. So, okay, give me the Kansas City Royals here in this one. I'm pretty disappointed actually yesterday in Cleveland. So, give me the Royals here. Handicappers are relatively split in this one. I've seen them right down the middle with a pretty big sample actually. Law Dog maybe takes a nerfy here with this one. You got Bybee. He's a 4 for 16. Not great. Raggins 4 for 17. So not okay, but just okay for those guys. 25%, a little below 25%. All right, moving on. Keep it going. Padres, Red Sox. Here in this one, the Red Sox going to be favored here, $1.45 against my Padres. And see here, yesterday we did give out the over here on the show, but I do want to say this. To be fair, Team Steam consensus yesterday we did have the Boston Red Sox, but Tony T had as a premium play on his videos the Padres yesterday, and the Padres smashed. So we should have listened to Tony. Padres rocked yesterday, and what will happen today when they go in and take it on the Red Sox here with King going up against Hauk. We know King has seen the Red Sox before. Let me bring up numbers here for Hauk. A 3.34 ERA in his last 5 starts, but maybe more importantly, the Boston Red Sox have won 7 straight games with Tanner Houck on the mound. They've also won 10 of their last 14, despite the Padres win yesterday. The win was the 8th in the last 9 games for my streaking Padres. King has faced the Red Sox 12 times in his career, just 2 starts. Remember, he did a lot of relief work with the Yankees. He's got a 5.2 ERA in his career against, some of these guys over the last couple of years. For King, a 3.48 ERA in his last 4 starts coming in. Padres have gone over in 8 straight with these bats right now. Some of the hottest bats, certainly, in the league. They are struggling on the road. They got that win, but are still 2-9 on the road in their last 11. For the Red Sox, they've also gone over in 7 of their last 8 at home. So this one's got trends kind of bouncing all over the place. What do you see here with Padres and Red Sox here? Drake's behind home plate. I don't know if that means under, but I don't, umpire handicapping is a very small percentage, but I do look at these things on my charts here. And this one, like I said, had dipped right to 8.5 already. Maybe the chat will like the over. I don't know. Howard likes the under, though. Thomas says, give me the Padres. Law Dog on the Padres. Andrew's on the Red Sox. He also likes Devers for a home run. Our Tom's Red Sox, Darren Padres. And Ziggy says, give me the Padres. Law Dog says, give me King's strikeout prop on the over here. Few more here. Fernando likes the Red Sox. Ron G here today gives the Red Sox money line and run line. All right, so it's a relatively split. It feels like for you guys on the side. I didn't mean to scold you guys because Tony had the Padres yesterday, and you guys Team Steam consensus on the Red Sox. I'm going to take the under here with King and Houck. I know we're seeing some great production right now from these offenses here, but I'm feeling I almost want to go premium. I'm just a little concerned because I've already missed out on some 9s. And here's a Boston for Jeff. Give me the under today, Padres and Red Sox. All right. Astros and Mets, a game we've also touched on here a little bit already with that steam that came in on the over. I don't know if I'm feeling it, but we'll run over some stats here before I make any pick, and maybe we'll get yours. We will get yours as well, of course, with this one. For Valdez, a 2.73 earned run average in his last 5 starts. For Valdez, Astros have gone under in 9 of his 13 starts. Astros coming in, having won 7 of their last 8 games right now. They're continuing on a roll here. They've gone under in 13 of their last 19 overall. For Tyler McGill, he's got a 7.82 ERA in his last 3 starts. The Mets are just 2-5 with Tyler McGill on the mound this season. Does have one start against Houston, 5 runs in just 2 1/3 innings pitched. Mets have been hot as well. We know that. Coming into this one, they've now won, let's see, 18 of their last 24 after taking them down yesterday convincingly. The Mets hammered them yesterday with a big number. Handicappers, I'm showing handicappers, maybe 75% of them on the Astros here today as a road favorite. Mets have gone over in 7 of their last 10, and this total mostly up to 8.5 now, I'd say. Okay, go ahead, chime in. Let's see if we can get something. We are lacking some consensus today, but no problem of yours, Thomas. We're just not getting. Maybe it is a tough card. I liked the card. Astros and Mets, here we go. Andrew Damp says, give me Houston money line and under. Fernando's on the under. Justin says, his top play right here. He loves that steam on the Astros game to go over. And Twisted said, they're going to meatball tattoo. I wanted to say it right and I screwed it up. They're going to tattoo Meatball McGill. I love that. Do they really call him Meatball McGill? If they don't, they should. They're not going to call him that in New York, but here's Mets team total over. And all right, man, you guys like that over? I get it. And I'll probably come back on the Mets here again today. I don't know. I get it. Maybe with Meatball McGill here, but they were able to get the win at home yesterday. Let me just check here. Maybe I can get on. Maybe I could just roll with the total here. But I kind of want to play the Mets again. I'm going to take the Mets, you guys. I got to be a little bit contrarian here, maybe in this one. Give me the New York Mets. I'll take the meatball. Ziggy says go over 8, but Mike is on the under. So we were all over the place in this one. Maybe it was a tough one. And I lost yesterday on the under, so maybe a little gun shy coming back, taking the total. Again, I'm still looking at this total long and hard on this under, actually. All right. And Nathan on the Mets. Darren, first 5, under, and Mets money line. All right, next up. And we're almost through them. No, we're not. I say we're almost through them. Let's go. Let's roll. Athletics and Diamondbacks here with Hoagie Harris going up against Zach Gallen. I think we got the official word. Going to be Zach Gallen here in this one for the Diamondbacks. Maybe they were a little slow to announce Gallen here as the pitcher, but he's got 3.12 ERA this season. The reason why Gallen wasn't on the pitching on the books and on the services here overnight was Gallen is coming back. His last start was a month ago now. He had a hamstring injury, so Gallen is coming back, and now he's going to be $2 here against Oakland, despite Oakland putting up big runs yesterday. It's a little different when you're going up against Zach Gallen, but again, it is Zach Gallen coming back from injury, no doubt. Well, Harris has been decent, a 3.58 ERA in his last 5 starts. Oakland has lost 6 of their last 8. They've lost 11 of their last 12 on the road until yesterday. And Gallen has a 2.81 ERA in his last 5 starts before being shelved. Does have a 1.64 ERA in 2 career starts against Oakland. Arizona's lost 5 of its last 6 coming in. They've gone over in 11 of their last 13 games at home. Get your play in here if you like with the Athletics and the Diamondbacks. Here is, I think Ziggy's on the under here in this one. How about it's Arizona here for Nathan in case your Spanish is a little off. Here's under from Mike. He's going big on this one. He likes the under. I don't think I can disagree here with him. Andrew laying the run line with Arizona. Jeff says, look out, this Mets team total is on the move. Thomas says, give me the Diamondbacks game to go over. Justin's going over here. And thank you, Foreign It's Boring, with his parlay in there. He did do his 5-leg parlay. There it is, a $40 par. Let's roll with that. Thank you. If it ain't Foreign It's Boring. Fernando's on the A's. Law Dogs got Arizona money line. Gallen over in his strikeouts. He says Oakland is trash. He says Oakland's garbage. Hope that's Oakland is garbage. I don't think that's Oakland is handicapped. Okay, here's Twisted wants the under. And Darren says, give me the A's money line and the under. He liked what he saw yesterday with the A's. They were playing some long ball, weren't they? Man, that one ball was crushed out to center field. All right. Let's see. I think that might be it. I don't know if we had anything here in the consensus land. Oh, I'm sorry, Jeff. What did Ramon have in the Yankees game and the Boston game? What did Ramon have in the Yankee game and the Boston game? In the Yankee game, I took the Blue Jays with Chris Bassett. And in the Boston game, I took the under in the Padres and the Red Sox. Howard going run line, Oakland run line and under. All right, there is quite a bit of support for the under here, but there was over support as well. All right, it doesn't look like we're anything here. No consensuses today. Well, we do have one or two, right? But not very heavy here. Okay, I better take a play. I'm going to take the under in this one with the A's and the Diamondbacks with Hoagie Harris and Zach Gallen. It is 8.5, right? Okay. As long as it's 8.5, because this one's close, to be honest, on that total. But I'm gonna go under as my play. Okay, here we go. Got to keep it rolling here quickly. Nationals and Rays with Irvin here going up against Savali for Jake Irvin and the Nationals here. Irvin comes in with an ERA currently of, 2.06 in his last 6 starts for Jake Irvin. Washington has won his last 3 starts on the road. They're 8-1 in the last 9 games with Jake Irvin on the mound. The Nationals have dropped 7 of their last 10 games, including yesterday. Here, they lost by a couple of runs to the Rays in a game that went under. I had the over as my call yesterday. Definitely went under. Savali has a 3.86 ERA in his last 3 starts. The Rays are just 2-10 with Aaron Savali on the mound. Tampa Bay's won 8 of their last 11. They've gone under in 5 of their last 6 games. I think Ziggy's going to start us off here and go under here in this one. Andrew Dampf, he's got the Rays, and here is Thomas on the under. Blake's on the under as well. And Justin's got a Yandy parlay. Fernando's going over. We're just not going to hit it today. We just can't find, we can't find a median ground here. That's fine. We'll just go with your picks, my picks, a bunch of picks. Pick your favorite Team Steam chat. Pick your favorite Team Steam chat room handicapper today. Doesn't have to be me. I'm just here to organize us, and that was a bad call. All right. I'm making excuses to bide my time here to see if we can get any other support. Uh, Fernando did go over, but Jeff went with Tampa. And I'll make my call. I think I'm ready here in this one. And I've got the Washington Nationals. I've got the Nats here in this one today. I know they took it yesterday and lost, but Howard and I were going to go with the Nationals. So is Mike. So, yeah, but you know what, Twisted? We kind of do. I mean, I think that's what we have. The thanks to Thomas's work at the end of the show, we give our best plays at the most if we have agreements on, and it doesn't. It might be 5 teams, it might be 6, it might be one, and yeah, I mean that's just it, right? I mean that's the other. That's a great point, Mike. We got another great show out there that does kind of that same thing. I think what we have is special to us because I think all the shows kind of have their different way. And I never intended our show to be this way. It's just this is the way it's evolved because of your great contributions and the way that I wanted to interact with you. I didn't know it was going to be like this, you guys. I'll take Washington, but I'm happy that it is. Even if it turned a little bit awkward. I'm writing down. I'm pivoting. I'm seeing what you guys have. I think it's just fun. I don't know where I'd be without this 2 hours every day. I mean, for the other 22 hours, I just sit here waiting to be with you guys again. Okay, it's hard for me to think that the Dodgers here, and granted, we've already talked about the steam coming in on the Giants. Just doesn't feel like that the Dodgers should be north of $2 here at this point, given uh, they are playing the Giants. And look, I know Glasnow is doing pretty well, and they need him to do well. The Dodgers definitely need these pitchers to step up. And look, the Dodgers have been just mediocre here for a couple of weeks to a certain extent. And with Mookie out of the lineup, that was to be expected. And again, same thing with the Phillies. I mean, you can't underestimate it. Injuries in Major League Baseball aren't necessarily felt in one game. Maybe that's why the Phillies they won yesterday 2-0 without those guys. Only 2 runs, but again, with injuries, with key injuries, right? It kind of, and Fritz did win that first set 6-4. Man, I don't know what the price is. He might do it 6-4. He's about to break Purcell here. I don't think he'll get a right price, but I'm happy with my man all of a sudden. Anyways, for Glasnow and the Dodgers, for the Dodgers, these prices, they can't really, just feels like they just shouldn't be this high. Giants have won 4 out of their last 5. They're, respectable, 24-18 at home. They're trying to creep back up here to 500 right now. Dodgers, 26-16 on the road. They're 13-7 in their last 20. There's nothing wrong with the Dodgers necessarily. Glasnow's always been strong against them. 1.8 ERA in 3 career starts and a 3-0 record. That's not a huge sample, but it is it is relatively recent. With Glasnow being in the National League now, so for the Giants, they've gone over in 11 of their last 15 games. The Dodgers have been trending under here a little bit of late, but I've already committed to the under here because of this sharp move here to right. And when we saw the steam come out, we said, we'll go with the under. Let's get on it now. And if it ain't foreign, it's born. Blake, man, I might be not. And I might switch to putting my pick on the screen if I keep forgetting or not doing a good job. And thank you for asking for my pick, you guys, because like I said, your guys' pick is just as important, if not more so. I have the under in that one with the Cubs and the Brewers. All right, there's if it ain't foreign, it's born was laughing at that. Charles Damp says, I'll still lay the Dodgers run line, so will Ziggy. Darren says, give me the over, but let's see here. And Nate says, you know what? He's kind of looking like, I think, with me here. And again, with Eric Miller, just looking at a bullpen. We know the Giants pitching has been uh, pretty screwed here for the better part of a week. But I think didn't they use just 2 innings last night, if I'm not mistaken? Um, didn't Webb go pretty deep? Right, he was pitching well. And Justin came back on the over in this one when it went down to 7. And I think you guys are on to me a little bit. If I don't get the best price and I can't, and I believe me, on premium picks, if I might be, 25 per, or no, I mean, I would be at least a third of my plays might be on the unders, even if maybe more. But uh, I have often will, give it out as my free play when I think it's moved too far. Even I can't chase the steam. Well, I can chase it, but all right. What else here? A few more. Here's Howard, San Francisco run line on the under. Fernando's leaning to the Giants, and here's Glaston. Justin, we had him on the Padres. But most of his work was in the American League with the Rays, I think. Mike says everyone will be on the Dodgers in this one. Andrew, I might give you another name, Andrew. Justin says maybe they'll get to Glass now. And Blake says, give me the Giants run line. Okay, I'll take the under here, but I might be coming a little premium action. Keep it rolling. Rangers and Orioles. We talked about the steam that came in on this one. I wasn't so sure, but while we talk about it, I'm going to take a peek. Maybe I can switch here with this one because the widely reported steam did come in on the over here. I've seen this thing running the gamut from 8.5, as low as 8.5, but now this one is at least 9.5 under 15. So a big move here to the over in this one with the Rangers and the Orioles. After we saw, yesterday, look, I was on the Rangers with Max. Max did a good job again. I mean, I don't think there's any problem with that, and I didn't have any problem with it. We did have a premium pick winner on the under. I think we saw the game pretty well. Orioles eventually got that win in a low-scoring game, so no problem there. Let's take a look at these two with Lorenzen here. Michael Lorenzen, I almost said Jared Lorenzen, the hefty lefty. Lorenzen, a 2.34 ERA in his last 6 starts for the Rangers. They've lost 5 in a row right now. Povich, 0-2, is a 4.15 ERA in 4 starts now since he's joined the rotation. Baltimore has won 3 straight. They've gone over in 10 of their last 15 games. The Rangers have gone under in 24 of their last 36 games overall, but wasn't good enough for the Sharps here today as they steam this one over. Texas is just 2-9 with Lorenzen on the mound in his last 11 starts. He's gone under in 6 of his last 8 starts. Yeah, I think he did, Justin. That was a long time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right on that. Yep. Andrew says, give me the Rangers in this one on the road. And Ziggy says, go over in this one, the 9.5. Only thing that scares me is Ziggy is a man that's just it's one of those, right? It does feel like the move is too far for me, maybe a little bit too sharp here. But I'm showing handicappers like the Orioles and the over a little bit, but maybe only 2/3 of them today. Here's Howard, Baltimore run line. Chad stopping by today. Hello, Chad. Darren with the Orioles here. Here's Rangers first five. Chad's got his WNBA for today. Check it out, everybody. We got 2 games, including an afternoon tilt here. All right. And so for the Rangers and the Orioles, maybe I make my call here. I respect what you're saying there. Maybe about the total there, but man, it just feels like it's gone too high. Feels like the rent's too darn high. Interesting. Who was it? Was it Justin that talked about that Dodger Giant game and moving it back over? And now it's starting. Maybe they will be taking it over after all. I'm worried about my play all of a sudden. I'm just seeing the line move. I'm sticking with my play, but I'm just saying interesting move back to some 7.5 unders here at Bovada. I see 7.5 under 30. Okay, let me make my play here with the Rangers and the Orioles in this one. And if I can get this 9.5, and I'm pretty sure I can still at this point, I'm gonna go under. I don't mean to fade Ziggy here a little bit. If it was 8.5 over 20 or something, I'd probably go over in this game. That's what free plays are all about, to be honest, you guys. Sometimes giving out my second best play. Maybe I'm going premium here, but we'll see. But do like this game on the side. Don't know if the price is going to cooperate, but check me out at tonyspicks.com. Here's the Tigers and the Angels in a late game tonight out west. And yesterday, look, I had the over yesterday. It turned out to be an under, no doubt about it, with Maeda and Plesac. But I don't know. I might not be willing to give up at this point. Let's see what you got real quick here. We got to get this show over with here today with all these games. Let me take a look. Tigers and Angels. Reese Olson going up against Griffin Canning. And for Olson, does have a 1.46 ERA. The same problems for Reese Olson, right? I mean, no, I take it back. Remember, he was pretty crummy there for a stretch of about 3 weeks. But again, the Tigers don't ever give him any run support. They're just 3-12 with Olson on the mound. He is still one of the only pitchers in the league that are perfect, though, in the first inning. Olson is a perfect 0 for 15. He has not allowed a run in the first inning all season. Detroit has dropped 14 of their last 20 games overall. Tigers have gone under in 11 of their last 14. Reese Olson has gone under in 4 of his last 5. For Griffin Canning, he has a 4.35 ERA in his last 5 starts. He's gone under in 5 of his last 6. The Angels are just 5-11 with Canning on the mound. For the Angels, they're hot. They've won 6 of their last 7. Looking back on it, kind of felt like maybe that they were the right side in yesterday's game. But nonetheless, they were able to, beat Kenta Maeda after all, and everybody was supposed to fade him, and for some reason I just couldn't do it. In fact, it was the only game I love to bet every side in total, and I couldn't even bet the side. That was my one game I couldn't find any value. Right? People always say I pass. That's fine. I don't have any problem with people passing, but usually I just have a set line. I use my computer numbers, and then I do a manually adjustment for any injuries, lineups, and all that. And if a line moves 10 cents, I've probably got a little play. Maybe just a sawbuck or something. Couldn't do it yesterday, and man, it just screamed Angels looking back on it. All right. Let's see here in this one. We've got some Angels action here for sure. Here's Andrew says they're on fire. Lay the run line. That's a nice price. Fernando on the Angels. Justin on the under. Detroit over for Thomas. Tigers with Mike. Are we going to end up with one consensus play here today? There's Ziggy, Angels money line. Here's Howard, Angels money line. Nate says, "Give me the Angels." We might get there after all. Here comes. Maybe this is going to be one. We did have one on the Tigers, and I will say this: handicappers that I've seen today, they're on the Tigers. They are on the Tigers. Now, granted, I look at handicappers posting their plays, probably before like 8 in the morning Eastern. So anybody who comes in late, but all the overnight handicappers were all over the Tigers last night. Lean to the under here. Here's Darren with the Angels and the under. So, all right, that's kind of a lot of support there uh, for the Angels. And Jeff is saying he looked at Olsen's stats and maybe he likes the under. Tyrone likes the Angels as well. So yeah, Olsen's stats were pretty bad there for a few weeks. But at the beginning of the season, he started off very, very strong and was losing games because he couldn't get any run support. Then he started pitching bad and still wasn't getting much run support. Although it's funny because his run support in that streak did actually go up. But now he's back to pitching pretty well in the last couple of games. We'll see. There it is, number 2 money line. I thought the Phillies, but again, I know what you guys, it probably wasn't good enough. Okay, let me see. Thank you, Thomas. Angels money line. Okay. Let me see here. Maybe I'll just roll with. I would like to pick one game that Team Steam is on. I'd like to pick one game we can go with a random dice because I promised Thomas we would do it and haven't been able to put that into the program yet. Sorry, Thomas. But all right, I think we can get the Angels here. I kind of like that. Who said Angels run line? I kind of like that. Okay. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the Angels with you guys. Thomas, if my name is misspelled, you do not have, if it saves you time, you do not have to type my name in manually. I will just understand it. I understand when it comes out Roman and that you're not saying it like that on the phone. I understand all that. So you don't wait, your time is very valuable as far as putting the consensus together. If it says Roman, if somebody says, "Hey, his name is Ramon," just ignore him because you and me, we're on the same page. Okay, I'll take this consensus play today with the Angels, and again, Tigers are the play of the handicappers so far from what I've seen. The paid handicappers, guys like me who sell their picks on these sites, sell their best picks. Okay, last game, we've made it. Twins and Mariners with Lopez going here up against Bryce Miller. And Lopez, looks like the Twins are a slight favorite, $1.20 total, 7.5 under -115. I think we're seeing a little bit of pressure actually here to the under, but the widely reported steam came in on the over at 7.5 actually. That was about 2 hours before I came on the air. I was awake watching those early tennis matches, preparing for the show, and the total came in on the over, but looks to me like it's heading back to the under. Maybe with these pitchers, let me throw out some stats to you, or if you already have your opinion, you can put it in, but I'll give you a few tidbits anyway with the game. The Twins, they come in having won 10 of their last 15 games. Lopez is 2-0 with a 3.71 ERA in his last 3 starts. Minnesota's 4-1 in his last 5 starts. They've gone over in 12 of their last 16, as people have talked about how these bats have been much, much better here of late. And for Miller, he does have a 6.65 ERA in his last 4 starts. In this one, he's gone over in 8 of his last 10 starts. He did have a start against Minnesota, gave up 6 runs in 5 2/3 innings. Seattle comes in having lost 6 of their last 9. They've gone under in 6 of their last 7 games. Mariners maybe overlooked at 28-12 at home. I'm not saying overlooked, as a pretty good team right now. I mean, they've obviously won. They've won some nice road games there on that trip as well, but that's pretty strong. Get your comments if you'd like, and I'll make a pick with Darren on the Mariners here in this one. Howard says Twins money line and over in this one. Fernando here, Mariners. Andrew's on Seattle. So Ziggy. Oh, a little bit of Mariners action here. Okay, yeah, we just need one. Is that one on Seattle? I'll do. I mean, I think I'm down, Thomas. Actually, I'm not doing it because look, if anything, and I'm not saying because Team Steam had, yesterday was better. And 2 days before that, we were a little rough around the edges, right? But I'm not saying it just to give us some extra plays. I'm on Seattle here in this one at home against Minnesota, so just put it down. There's Jeff with a prop. Blake's, you know what? There are 2 Twins out there, Thomas. Here's Tyrone on the Twins. I think consensus time is over. I don't think we're going to make it, actually. I think that canceled it out. Yep. Okay, we're cash backing. Yep, no problem. No problem. All right. Well, I think I'm committed though to Seattle. I mean, that just goes to show you that I'm not willing to flake out because some Twins support came in here, but I do like this one. And you know what? I might like that total here. I might go premium with it. I saw you guys in there with some of those overs. Man, those Seattle games. How many times are you sitting there in the 8th inning? It's 2-1, and you're wondering what's going to happen. Now, Seattle, obviously, Miller's gone over in some games, but and the Twins' bats have been hot. But okay, that's it for baseball. Let's move on here and go to the W because we've got maybe Chad hanging around, and these are our other big sporting events today, well, at least as far as our United States betting sports. And the Ace is going to take on the Mystics here. And here comes a move here a little bit. I gave out the Mystics on the show last night with Tony. Mystics have been a pretty terrific cover here of late. They're not very good, but they seem just like in the WNBA sometimes. These underdogs just seem to get enough points. Now, they do have some injury concerns here. Carly Samuelson's out, but Aaliyah Edwards, I think she's going to be back in this one. And this spread, I'm showing it right now. I'm showing 13.5 at some spots here at this point. I'm never going to be on the Aces here against a good cover team at this point. What I've been saying about the Mystics, I just think it's a good job by their coaching staff, maybe even by their front office, to just try to keep this thing manageable. They were 0-12. They've gone 4-2 since that point. The last 8 games, the Mystics have averaged 87.8 points per game. Coming in. So I'm going to have a premium on the total in this game for sure here, even if we keep missing a little bit with on these totals. Maybe we're a little late to the party, but maybe I'm trying to clue you in here. Is just, like I said, Mystics really scoring nicely. Now, granted, you're going up against the Aces. They'll have a good defense, but they're known for their scoring too, and their scoring is started to move back up here as they're doing very well. They're 9-6. They've never lost 6 games in these championship seasons at this point, but now they've won and covered 3 straight. Washington's covered 5 of the last 6 in this series. Now, granted, that was a different looking Washington team, but again, Stephanie Dolson, she's playing really. She might be the hottest riser this week. It feels like Stephanie Dolson is the one that the stock is rising on. The DFS people are talking about as a hot value right now because, coming into the lineup like she has, she's really stepped up big time here. And defensively in the front court, that is probably the area where the Mystics are showing the most improvement right now. Now they're going to have their work cut out for them going up against Asia and Kia Stokes. But if you look, to me, the numbers on the surface during this recent surge, not only of Washington scoring, but in their success of late, I think you'll find the front court has done pretty well here defensively. Also, watch out for Washington's Maisha Hines Allen. She scored 21 points in that game against Connecticut, really helping them stay in that game. They lost 94-91, but they almost pulled off the upset in that game. So I'm going to take the Mystics, especially with this runaway spread right now in this one. Like I said, it feels like they're also getting a little bit healthy here with Aaliyah Edwards coming back from right now in this game. Missing Samuelson's a big loss, but having Edwards will make a difference for me. Okay. Anything on this one for you guys? Hey, percent betters here. All right. Percent better said he's all in on the aces against the spread in this one. A roll. Jeff's on the over here. Mike says he'll take the Mystics. And Jeff's not cheating reading my paper, but if you had to see it, here it is. Let me see here. Oh, Fernando says the Brewers might have changed pitchers. Let me see here. No, I don't show that just yet. Okay, any more comments there? All right, no, let's go to the other game here, Wings and Storm. I think this one's real interesting too. So, and again, I'm dedicating my analysis here to my man, Parlay Tease. I used to watch this man talk about WNBA. I'd kind of listen to him before I'd formulate my own opinion. And I don't have any problem with doing that. I liked listening to his show. A lot of times I make my picks before his show came on, but if I was looking for another play, confirmation of him, and he'd be on with some top-notch guys for sure. He's real well liked. So let me talk about the Wings and the Storm. What up, what up, what up, what up, as he would say. For the Wings here, the story for me was all about Odyssey Sims, man. I didn't mention her with Tony or in my preview. I didn't think she would be someone to mention in my preview of the game. I read the preview of the last game, saw that Odyssey Sims had been signed to a contract. I thought that was cool because people have been wondering, WNBA fans, if you're like me, people were wondering why wasn't Odyssey Sims in the league? Was she washed up? Where is she at? Is she going to just play overseas? Well, Maddie Segrist broke her finger. Dallas signed Odyssey Sims to a contract, and Odyssey Sims has been a nice player for them, a great point guard, really a great distributor, not known really for her scoring. She went out and scored 18 points in her first game. She hasn't scored 18 points in like 3 years, I think. I have to go back and check, but I don't know if she scored 18 points last year, and I don't know if she scored 18 points maybe before the pandemic. So for Dallas, they come in just 4-13, but 7-10 against the spread. Just 2-8 against the spread in their last 10, however. But you know what? They're off that upset win over Minnesota. I told Tony last night, I said, this is a Tony T special because they were on the road. They lost 4 straight on that road trip. They were on an 11-game losing streak, came home, upset Minnesota in just a crazy game, right? And now they've got to turn it around here and go right back on the road to Seattle. Not exactly an easy trip. So it does feel like coming off this big win where they were just desperate for one. Fritzy with an easy covering that game. Thank you, my man Fritzy, winning a grass court title. Congratulations to my guy Taylor Fritz from La Jolla, California, winning this one 6-4, 6-3. Very, very pleased with that. Probably my favorite guy on the tour right now, winning a title here. Maybe he could just get something going at Wimbledon and maybe get somehow, some way into a semifinal or something after winning this grass court title here in Eastbourne. All right. Let's continue on here a little bit right now. Seattle won 92-84 as a 6.5-point favorite back on June 13th. This is a third game of a 9-game homestand for Seattle. Seattle's 11-6. They're also 11-6 against the spread, so it's pretty good when you got a winning team covering a spread. They just had back-to-back home wins against Connecticut and against Indiana. They did cover both of those games. So I'm going to lay the points still with the Storm. That was my pick last night. I'm going to stick with it. I think I'm going to go with 2 premiums, though, today. I think I'm going to be on them both here now that I see the line movement here a little bit. I'll be on that early game as well. Pretty sure. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages and get with me today. I know some of our other handicappers are already involved in some of those WNBA games. So, hey, if you don't want to roll with me, you can roll with the other cappers at Tony'sPicks.com. Head on over there and check me out here today with my premium pick selections over at Tony's Picks. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. There's my 5-pack in the UFC for just $25. A little bit of a special today since they canceled the McGregor fight. So just going to give my picks at a little bit of a discount there. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You want to see what all the hype is all about? Join me over there at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, a little soccer here coming up. I'll get to these games with Italy going up against Switzerland. You'd think the Azeri Care could get this done. I would think, but man, let's take the under here at 2. If you want to buy it up and pay a bunch of juice to make sure you win, I'm okay with that. But I don't know. Could Italy win this one 1-0? Sure feels like they could today. But Switzerland's done a nice job, no doubt about it. And the big one, Germany and Denmark. I'm worried here, but I guess I'm on Germany to at least win the game. I don't know about laying a goal, but did take them to win the whole thing. And while it does feel like they're definitely live to win it, you do have some other teams looking pretty good right now and currently. So maybe my picks, Germany and Belgium, my 2 picks to win, don't feel that great right now when you have some other countries looking pretty good. And Denmark certainly is one of them. Hats off to them right now. I do feel like they're going to be very live in this game. And I think this one could go over here. I think both teams could tally here. And we'll, whether or not we can get a third goal in regulation might be the tough one here. But I'm going to lean to the over here and think that hopefully Germany gets the 2-1 win, man. But really impressed with Denmark. I guess if I didn't have Germany, and feel like I'm kind of forced to roll with it here a little bit. But Denmark's looked very good, no doubt about it. Germany, not usual Germany, but they're on home soil. So this will be an excellent matchup today. All right. Also, over in Copa, you have Chile going up against Canada here. Canada's done a nice job, but Chile here today feels like the side. I might just take Chile to advance here. Maybe this one will be close. Chile is favored by half a goal. You're getting plus money with Chile today, so I'm going to take Chile to win against Canada here, laying a half a goal. And in the other one, you guys put your plays in if you want in the soccer, and we'll run it up here a little bit. Peru and Argentina. It does feel like it's over here for Peru against Argentina. I'll lay the goal and think that Argentina can get the 2 goals here today. I believe they are going to, let me make sure, but I think they are going to be limited in their personnel, but let me check there. Oh, let me get you one baseball, Steam, before we get out of here right now. Okay. Steam coming in. Marlins and Phillies game to go over. Well, hey, you know what? That's interesting, right? Because that's what did we do in that one? Did we say over in that one? I'm trying to remember now. Well, anyways, the Steam's coming in on the over in this one with Miami and Philadelphia. I already talked about how that one was pretty low here, but showing it still rising higher here at this point. I'll get you out of here, you guys. 8.5 over 29 under 20 now at Bovada in that one. All right, I think that's going to do it here on the morning, Steve. Oh, wait, one more college CFL. I've got CFL to look at. Let me see if I got anything from you guys on the soccer. You had some WNBA as well. Mike was on the wings. Thank you guys for that. I didn't mean to leave you hanging there. We don't get enough. Maybe we don't get quite enough to make it a big segment, but appreciate all the comments there. Thank you to Thomas as well with the consensus today. Colorado, Angels under, and Seattle. I was surprised Philly didn't make it, but I understand Tom. People were putting Philadelphia and then some were putting run line, and we really didn't get a full consensus there on one or the other. So I totally understand there. It did seem like it was unanimous Philly, but was not enough support one way or the other. So, okay, Switzerland here for Mike. And there he says it'll be a 3-goal game. Fernando, Germany and under. Please take a look at these. If you don't know Fernando, we've got 75 of you here watching. Yesterday, man, we had double the audience. What was it yesterday? Was it because it was a Friday still? But Fernando, you could see him all over YouTube putting in plays for soccer. So definitely one of the experts out there. Yeah, that's right. They have some personnel issues. So, but it's funny that it's not reflected in the line that much. So, maybe some worrisome there for me. Actually, I was thinking maybe I should not make that play with Argentina, but they still should be good enough. All right. Thank you guys for all that. Catch me here tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on the morning steam. We're back with more in Major League Baseball, WNBA, great soccer selections here from the crew. One game here in the CFL. It's going to be the Winnipeg Blue Bombers taking on the Calgary Stampeders. Winnipeg is having some issues right now. They're not quite Winnipeg yet. Not sure they're ever going to be quite Winnipeg this season. Certainly they're going to get a win here soon. Will it be this game? Their defense is, I think, going to be just fine here long term. The metrics would say the defense is pretty good. Still, they are 0-3 here on the road, going in as a road favorite at Calgary here today. So maybe this one feels a little bit tough. I mean, I don't know if I can be on Winnipeg here necessarily. So maybe they can get it going with Colares here at quarterback. But man, they just seem to be lacking, the number of weapons here at this point, it feels like. So I know handicappers love the over in this game. I want to take Calgary here and think they can get this number at home today. Give me Calgary as my selection here. I think there's going to be a lot of cappers on Winnipeg here thinking, no way is this team going 0-4 And maybe they won't. Maybe that defense can hold them. The Cappers are going over, and if it goes over, I would think that that's going to be Calgary, actually. And if Winnipeg can get it to stay under, I think they can get the win. So I'm going to take Calgary here in this one, say they'll have the defense that kind of gets it done. May sneak over this one, all the way down there. I say all the way down at 47, but I think the totals have been a little bit too high overall as far as where they're setting them this season. Okay, that's it. That's it for the morning's team. Thanks, everybody. Jeff's got the Galaxy. I'll have a MLS package. If we might end up previewing MLS somewhere down the line. They do a pretty good job across the street. Can't touch those guys. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages, including mine on Saturday. UFC right there, premium pass. Get my 3L sports pass. Get all my plays for this weekend. I'm going to have a big card today. Certainly at least 10, if not more, probably 12 plays, and maybe even a couple more with that MLS. So check me out today over at Tony'sPicks.com. That's going to do it for the show. Catch me tomorrow here in high definition at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel for Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Ramon Scott.
Can it be showing up with Tony T? Yes, Ramon SEO. To the double T, be funnelling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing now. It's plain to see. The morning team is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game. It's sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen